Would you like to speak
What is this?
The Feminist Fight Club at CSU is the first formal program to be rolled out on a college campus, and that is very encouraging.
Today is the launch of our collaboration with the Feminist Fight Club at CSU. So I hope that today is a day for people to learn about what the Feminist Fight Club is and why we're bringing it here on campus, which is really to provide everyone, regardless of rank or position across the campus, with the same language, tools, and resources to start imbuing our culture with more strategies of support and how we can intervene when subtle sexism or other kinds of microaggressions and bias show up.
How are you?
Are you willing to sign my book?
I would love to. I think one takeaway is showing up. Like showing up, listening, being present, showing that you care about these issues.
We are finally bringing together a group of people who have been working over a long period of time just to bring this conversation forward to CSU, to have a true, honest conversation about gender diversity, as well as thinking about diversity broader than that, so for all historically underrepresented groups.
What are the behaviors that are creating harm? What are the things that men are doing that are leading to everybody, specifically women, not to have a good experience on the campus?
She really emphasized the ability to make mistakes, and like in entering these conversations, we need to have the space to screw up and like have people accept that we screwed up, acknowledge that we screwed up, and then just do better going forward.
These are cognitive shortcuts that our brains make, and the sooner we can recognize the behavior and call it out, like the sooner we can actually solve for it.
Number one, you can speak up if you see behavior happening that is an issue. So simple things like women are twice as likely to be interrupted when they speak as men are, and more so if they are women of color. So, notice if you're interrupting someone. And so having someone else as an ally who can jump in and be like, hey, can you let her finish? Or I wanted to hear what Jessica was saying. It sounds so obvious, it sounds like a no-brainer, but people don't often do it.
And we can work together here to create that conversation, to create that safe environment where people are emboldened to speak up when it is necessary.
Things like sexism and other isms, they find their way into our educational experience, right? And they oftentimes end up barring a lot of students from having from thriving in their education, which is a problem.
I think it's great that we have students involved, that they're looking at the role of in the classroom and what they can do. I think it's great that we have our deans and our executive council at the university as part of this conversation. I think it's great that we have men as part of this conversation as well, because it's an issue that affects all of us.
I think one of the important things when talking about this subject at all is to recognize that we in fact all possess bias, whether that is gender-based or racial.
I learned today that as serious as this subject matter is, and it is, that we can do it with a bit of humor, and that humor can sort of grease the wheels of how we can move forward on these important issues.
The decisions and conversations are had there. And so
this morning we had a meeting of deans of a bunch of different colleges, and the fact that they were showing up, women and men, I think is very encouraging and can set a precedent for other universities who may want to integrate this type of work.
Because we really want to move forward and we want to come up with strategies on how we can change this culture.
I think just being open to having conversation and knowing that you're not the only one that may have experienced something, and then having these strategies that can help you kind of combat it if it was to come up again.
One of the things that I hope we can do by bringing this to campus is encourage enough of a culture shift where people feel like not only are they supported, but they're supported in advocating for change.